Hey everybody, Amalia with Karmic Kindness coming to you on this Wednesday for a Wonder Wednesday message, and it also happens to be a Pisces full moon. Whew, I have heard from a few people this morning, oddly enough, who either woke up in the middle of the night, woke up early, myself being one of them, or had some situation in their life where they had to wake up early. And what I find whenever that happens in my life is that there is some message, some bit of wisdom or download or information that we need to receive without there being a lot of energy around us that's awake. So if you think about it in terms of if you wake up in the middle of the night, there's less people active. There's more people sleeping, there's a lot less energy present, and you can really access information that is not quite as loud, that you won't miss as readily or as easily as if you are awake and you're surrounded by hustle and bustle and distraction. In the middle of the night or early in the early hours of the morning, there's a sense of calm and peace and quiet that exists that we don't find in the middle of the day. And so I wonder for you, did some nugget of wisdom reveal itself to you in the overnight hours or the early morning hours? And whenever you see this, it's perfect. So we have the energy of today that will definitely play a role. But there's also the energy of every person that will view this video across time. And I know that may sound crazy and that may sound otherworldly or out there, but I just know this to be true from my own personal experience that a video can be recorded 2 years before I see it, and the message that's received is exactly what I need in that moment. So the other piece of this that I'd like to share on this Wonder Wednesday is the reflection on what happened in your life February 20th-ish. I think it was February 20th of this year. So 6 months ago. What was going on in your world then? Was there some seed that you planted that is now sprouting? Did you have a project that you were working on or a relationship that just begun that you're now beginning to see in a different light? We had a new moon in Pisces. Now we have a full moon. This time period, and full moons are completion, but they're also highlighting areas of the seed that was planted that we might need to fine tune or tweak, that isn't quite what we intended it to be or quite what it can be based on where we are in the now. So reflections on any wisdom that may have come through in the overnight hours, early morning hours, any little nuggets that might drop in today or tomorrow as well, because we're in this orb of this full moon energy, and also reflecting on what happened 6 months ago and how much has changed since then. I did a little reflection on this myself this morning and realized that in a quick cursory glance, I didn't feel like much has changed. But when I started to really peel back the layers and look back at photos and my journal and literally see all the changes that have taken place, not just in my physical world, but in my inner world as well, it was really cool to see. So I invite you to do the same and see what shows up for you. And if you feel inspired, share here, because we learn from one another.